Welcome to China Truths. In this episode, we will bring you the following stories. Military officers resist investigations, multiple fatalities reported. Beijing fully rolls out individual pension scheme, experts call it another exploitation. Now, let's dive into the details. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Military officers resist investigations, multiple fatalities reported. The Chinese Communist Party, CCP, continues its purge of the military. Following the third plenary session in July, numerous signs suggest significant disruptions within the military ranks due to the ongoing cleansing. A scholar has revealed internal reports from the CCP about 2 incidents involving resistance to investigations within the military, resulting in multiple fatalities, including a person taking their own life. Yuan Hongbing, an Australia-based legal scholar with ties to CCP insiders, said that in late October, the CCP Central Commission for Discipline Inspection, CCDI, and the Military Discipline Inspection Commission jointly issued a document titled Notice on New Developments in Cadre Investigations. This document described 2 cases. Case 1, in late August 2024, within the Central Theater Command, a logistics officer surnamed Liu, holding the rank of colonel, shot and killed 2 investigators from the Military Disciplinary Commission during an investigation and then took his own life with his service weapon. Case 2, in early September, within the Southern Theater Command, a naval officer overseeing equipment, holding the rank of senior colonel, killed 4 investigators with his service weapon during an investigation. He was subsequently shot dead by nearby guards. According to Yuan, the CCP internally circulated the notice about these 2 incidents, instructing investigators to remain vigilant and wear bulletproof vests during high-risk investigations. The vests are now being centrally procured and distributed by the CCDI and the Military Commission. Yuan stated that the notice caused a significant stir in Beijing's political circles. He remarked, previously, when officials were cornered, they would take their own life, often by jumping off buildings. But now, it seems they are escalating to armed resistance and direct confrontation with investigators. He believes CCP officials harbor deep resentment toward Xi Jinping, with some taking extreme measures out of a sense of rebellion. Yuan explained. These officials, instead of reflecting on their own corruption, are retaliating against investigators. Their mindset is, why should I be investigated? It's only because I lack the right connections with senior leaders that I'm being targeted. Every official has skeletons in their closet, and those investigating me might be even dirtier than I am. This sense of injustice fuels their defiance. Yuan noted that this wave of resistance is spreading among CCP officials in both the civilian and military sectors, particularly following the large-scale purges in the military. Since last year, the CCP has subjected numerous military leaders to investigations, including 2 former defense ministers, the leadership of the Rocket Force, the Strategic Support Force, and over 100 senior officials in the military-industrial sector. The leadership of the Military Equipment Department has also been thoroughly investigated. On November 28, the director of the Central Military Commission's Political Work Department, Miao Hua, came under investigation. Current Rocket Force Commander Wang Houbin and Defense Minister Dong Jun have reportedly also been implicated in the Miaohua case. Recently, there has been information in Beijing political circles that Liu Yuan, the son of former Chinese President Liu Shaoqi and a retired general, submitted a letter to the CCP Central Committee, expressing grave concerns. Yuan Hongbing revealed some details of the letter, allegedly leaked by conscientious individuals within the CCP. In the letter, Liu Yuan reportedly warned of a political crisis that threatens the CCP's rule, citing widespread discontent among officials and instability within the military. He wrote, "Many officers now keep loaded firearms with them at all times, prepared to fight to the death with investigators if arrested. They would rather die in confrontation than endure the humiliation of imprisonment." On December 10, Yu Jianhua, the head of the General Administration of Customs and a former special envoy of Xi Jinping, reportedly took his own life using a gun in his office after being summoned for questioning by the CCDI. However, official statements issued the following day claimed that Yu died of sudden illness, leaving the true cause of his death unclear. Yuan also highlighted a growing trend of corruption involving cryptocurrency. He explained that higher-ranking officials often use cryptocurrency wallets to facilitate bribes and transfer wealth abroad. This allows them to circumvent traditional anti-corruption measures. He pointed out that officials below the county level or military brigade rank generally engage in more traditional forms of bribery. However, senior officials have increasingly adopted sophisticated methods, including the use of cryptocurrency wallets. For instance, the senior colonel from the Southern Theater Command reportedly used a cryptocurrency wallet to transfer funds abroad through an intermediary, emboldening him to resist investigation. A 2022 article published in Theory and Reform, a journal run by the CCP's Sichuan Provincial Party School, acknowledged the difficulty of addressing new forms of corruption. It described how corrupt officials exploit financial innovations such as shadow banking, cryptocurrencies, and decentralized finance protocols to conduct illicit transactions and launder money. Beijing fully rolls out individual pension scheme, experts call it another exploitation. The Chinese Communist Party, CCP, recently announced the nationwide implementation of an individual pension system, claiming it is a voluntary investment option to meet diverse retirement needs. However, the move has sparked skepticism and ridicule among the public. Experts suggest the CCP might be borrowing from U.S. practices, but with ulterior motives. They believe the scheme is designed to cover financial deficits, amounting to another exploitation of low-income groups. On December 12, China's Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security, along with 4 other departments, announced that the individual pension scheme, previously piloted in 36 cities, would be implemented nationwide starting December 15. The scheme allows individuals to voluntarily contribute up to 12,000 yuan annually, or approximately $1,650, to a designated account and invest in approved financial products. Participants will access these funds upon reaching retirement age, supplementing their basic pension. The CCP claims that these funds are distinct from ordinary financial investments and offer deferred tax benefits, where taxes are applied only upon withdrawal. To promote returns, the scheme expands the pool of eligible financial products to include savings deposits, commercial pension insurance, mutual funds, and specific index funds. The policy also adds conditions under which participants can access the funds earlier, such as in cases of major illness or prolonged unemployment. China's plunging birth rate, severe aging population, and strained local government finances have already caused concerns over the sustainability of the country's existing pension system. The introduction of the individual pension scheme has prompted many citizens to voice doubts. Critics argue that 12,000 yuan annually is unaffordable for low-income groups and insufficient for wealthier individuals. Others question the reliability of approved financial products and express fears of investment losses or systemic defaults. One netizen remarked, "This is a Ponzi scheme." Another added, "I won't give a single penny to the state. I can't even afford basic pension contributions, let alone this individual pension nonsense." On international social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, users compared the shifting narratives surrounding pensions, from "the government will support you" to "it's shameful to rely on the government for retirement." Many called the scheme another instance of the CCP exploiting its citizens. Professor Xie Tian of the University of South Carolina Aiken said that the scheme seems modeled on individual retirement accounts, or IRAs, in the U.S., but with a critical difference in execution and intent. In the U.S., retirement accounts are typically managed by professionals and offer diverse investment options with transparency and accountability. In contrast, Xie argues that China's financial products lack transparency and are prone to systemic risks. The CCP is enticing citizens with tax benefits to divert their retirement savings into high-risk financial products, effectively using their money to bail out the financial sector. "This is morally reprehensible," Xie said. He added that the CCP's motive is twofold: to shirk its own responsibility for citizens' pensions and to channel funds into risky financial ventures to prop up the struggling economy. China's pension system is already burdened by misuse and deficits. For instance, health insurance funds have reportedly been redirected to pandemic control measures, and pensions in several regions are believed to be insolvent. A 2023 report from the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences predicted that urban employee pension funds could run out by 2035. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, also forecasts continued economic stagnation in China, further straining its pension system. In November, official data revealed that the average monthly pension for corporate retirees is $434, while rural and urban residents receive only $29 on average. Civil servants and government employees, however, enjoy pensions nearly double the national average due to supplementary retirement funds. Economic scholar David Huang highlighted the stark inequality in China's pension system, which favors government employees over private sector workers and rural residents. He argued that the individual pension scheme fails to address this inequity and places an undue burden on low-income groups. Most low-income individuals cannot afford these contributions, and even if they do, their eventual returns may not exceed their investment. Coupled with China's aging population and inadequate healthcare, this policy amounts to another exploitation of the poor, Huang said. A 2020 statement by late former Premier Li Keqiang revealed that 600 million Chinese citizens earn less than $137 per month, highlighting the economic disparity. The CCP's misuse of pension funds has been widely criticized. In September, a directive encouraged pension funds and insurance assets to enter the market to stabilize capital markets. Critics like economist Li Hengqing argued that this represents a desperate gamble with citizens' savings. Similarly, the State-Owned Assets Supervision and Administration Commission, SASAC, recently urged central enterprises to establish venture capital funds, suggesting the use of pension funds for high-risk investments. Huang warned that such policies could endanger citizens' savings. Pension funds are meant to be low-risk and secure, but the CCP is using them to gamble on speculative industries. This is a systemic failure of governance, he concluded.